to start with the head. And for the head, this will be your body colour, I think your tail colour, main legs and everything else. Just the details will be in your secondary colour. This is your first colour. So I refer to this to colour 1 or second or first colour, and the other one will be either second colour or secondary colour, depending on what option I like. To begin, you are going to single crochet 6 in the magic ring. If you don't know what a magic ring is, you can just slow down the video right now because I am doing it as we speak. Or you can just do the chain 2 method, which is fairly simple. It technically speaks for itself. You just chain 2 and do 6 single crochets in that first stitch that you made. And then you'll turn out something more rounder than what I've got at the moment, because I haven't pulled mine. If you're doing the magic ring and you're looking at this like, oh no, why is it not a circle? What's going on? You just pull that little tail. You hold your work and you pull that tail nice and tight. And ta-da, we have a circle. So that's that. If you're doing the chain 2 method, you won't have it this tight of a circle as we do. It's because you're going to left with a little hole, but with this method, you basically erase that hole's existence, so stuffing won't fall out. For round 2, we are going to single crochet 2 into each stitch, so formerly known as an increase stitch. If you don't know what an increase stitch is, hopefully you know what a single crochet is. If you don't know how, just watch me. So you insert your hook in your first stitch, you yarn over, you pull through. And you yarn over and you pull through the next 2. That's your first stitch. I like to put a little safety pin in here as my stitch marker, so I know what round I'm in and what stitch I'm on, so I know where I started and where I have to end. So that's the first one. And in that same stitch, you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So in stitch 1, you have to have 2 stitches. Then on the next stitch, so this stitch here, wait for my camera to focus, woohoo. There we go. That stitch there, I'm going to move my pin in there. We're going to insert a hook, if it will let me. There we go. Going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And in the exact same stitch, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. I'm going to continue all the way around. If you don't know still how to do it, just go rewatch the beginning and I will meet you at the end. Okay. So that's what I did. If the lighting is different, it's because I turned on my fairy lights because it got a little bit dark in my room. So I just put that on so you guys can see and so I can see. So for the next round, round 3, I'll take out my safety pin, so that's my stitch marker, and we're going to single crochet and increase. If you guys know what that is, it's yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then I put my stitch marker. That's stitch 1. So you don't have to do any increases. That's just stitch 1. Oop, enter. There we go. And then the next stitch, we do the increase. If you still don't know how to do increase, just go watch round 2 again because I do tell you how to do it. And if you still don't get it, there's other videos out there on YouTube that will teach you how to do it. But if you already know how to do it, you can just go on ahead and just keep working through. I'm going to skip till the end because it's going to take me a while. So if you don't know what to do, just head back to the beginning, what I told you, and then just pause the video and just watch ahead because it might take me a little while. Okay, we've done round 3 so far. Now on to round 4. I'll take my stitch marker out, and for this one, we have to single crochet 2. And then do an increase. And we do that all the way around. Okay, so we have finished round 4. So it's quite small now, but the larger it gets, I will zoom out my camera so we can see the whole thing. But now let's start work on round 5. So again, I take out my safety pin, I insert my hook, because I know it always starts with a single crochet, and I know that's just stitch 1. That's 1. So we got a single crochet 3, so that's already 1. This is 2. This is 3. And now we're going to do an increase. We'll do it once more, but if you already understand what we're doing, just move on ahead. So it's 1, 2, 3, and an increase. You can pause the video here while I go on ahead, because I will not be filming the whole thing. I'll probably film maybe snippets, but that will be faster so you won't be able to track it. And then otherwise I'll just cut it and then you just pause it. So I will see you after this round. I know I changed the lighting again. It got really dark really fast. And no, it's not nighttime. It's like not even, it's maybe like 3 o'clock. So it's not supposed to be this dark. Okay, but we're going to go into round 6 now. We've done round 5. If you didn't catch round 5, just go back. Okay, for round 6, we're going to single crochet 4. So we insert a hook. If you don't use a stitch marker, you can just fast forward this part, because it takes me a little while to figure out what hole I have to put it in. There you go. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Woohoo, come on. Yep, just to make sure that's 4. And then an increase. And we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, we're on round 7. So this now we're going to single crochet 5. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an increase. Who could have predicted? And again, we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, I found out I made a mistake somewhere, so I counted. And there needs to be 42 stitches. I think that's right, yes. Let me just have a double check. Yes, 42 stitches. And I didn't have 42 stitches. I was missing 2 stitches. So I just did 2 increases in the last one. So you don't have to redo everything. You can just add and take away things if it doesn't add up to the exact amount. If I do something wrong, I will tell you, just in case you are following me exactly. So I just tell you that the last 2 ones I did increases, because now I have 42 when I didn't have 42. So that fixed that problem. So now hopefully the rest will be hopefully normal. Okay, we need to start on number 8. Come here. Okay. Number 8, we need to single crochet 6. And then guess what? Another increase. And we're going to do that all the way around. That's 1. Come on. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just going to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6. And then an increase. So shocking. And we're going to do this all the way around. And I will see you guys when we're up to round 9. Okay. We have finished round 8. Round 9, we have to single crochet What a shock. So 1, put my stitch marker in, bit later, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and where's 7? 7. So that's a shock. We did 6 last round, we're doing 7 this round. Round 10 is different. So just be aware if you're thinking, oh yeah, the next one you're just going to do 8. No, we're doing something different on round 10. So 7 single crochets and an increase. And we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, now round 10. For those that skipped ahead and it's like, yeah, we're going to do 8. As I said before, no. We are single crocheting in each stitch. So 1 single crochet in each stitch in round 10. So I feel sorry for those that worked ahead and thought differently, but we have to single crochet 1 in each stitch. Okay, round 11. Now for those who thought we have to do 8 and then increase, now you are correct, because now we do 8 and then increase. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, do that one again. That's 7 and 8. And then we do an increase. And again, we do that all the way around our circle. Okay, that was round 11. Round 12, we're going to do exactly like we did at round 10, and we're going to single crochet all the way around. And again, if you don't know how to do that, I don't know what you're doing then, because we've been doing that the whole time. Insert, yarn over pull through 2. I will have to show you guys how to do a slip stitch for those who don't, how to end things, because we will need that for this pattern eventually. So once again, we're going to single crochet, not slip stitch, single crochet all the way around. Okay, round 13. It is getting bigger, so probably very soon I will start zooming out a bit, because it looks small from where I am, but on my camera it's not catching it very well, because if I stand up it's like almost out of the screen. So I will make it a bit smaller. Okay, round 13. We are going to do 9 single crochets. Sorry. 1. We go around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then an increase. Voila. Oops. And we do that all the way around. Okay, I finished round 13. Wow, we're getting this really fast. For round 14 and 15, we are single crocheting all the way around. So basically what we've been doing every second one, we now do twice. So for 14 and 15, single crochet in every stitch. You do the first one. Trying to like imprint in your heads. I put a stitch marker in my first stitch and it helps a lot. like tremendously. So I'll see you guys once we've done those 2 rounds, and probably by then I would have zoomed out. I don't know. I'll think about it. Okay guys, I finished round 14 and 15. It's pretty big. I'm going to carry on tomorrow, and I'll see you all guys tomorrow. So see you then. Hi guys, so we're back at day 2 of crocheting our cat. Yesterday we finished round 1 to 15, so we're going to carry on with round 16. And if you have noticed, yes, I have moved out my camera because I found out it was going to be a bit more easier as the cat gets bigger. For round 16, we're going to single crochet 10 and then do an increase. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10, and then an increase, which is 2 single crochets into the first stitch. We're going to do that all the way around, and I'll get back to you guys when we've done that and we move on to the next one. Okay, so we just finished round 16. For round 17, we're going to do like what we did yesterday, and we're going to single crochet in each stitch. If there is something wrong, there should be 72 stitches at the end of this row. And then once you've done that, we'll go on to round 18. Okay, so that's round 17 done. For round 18, we are going to single crochet 11 with 1 increase. And we're going to repeat that all the way around. Okay, that's round 18 done. For round 19 till round 25, we are single crocheting 78. So there should be 78 in this round, and for the next 19 to 25 rounds, same thing. See you after round 25. This is how it should look after round 25. It's getting more of a circular shape. So for round 26, we're going to single crochet 11 and then do decrease. I will show you 2 different ways of doing an increase for those who don't know how to do decreases. There's an easier way and more of a difficult way. The difficult way, you'll hardly tell that you have a decrease. Okay, so I just finished my first set of 11 single crochets. I'm going to show you the faster decrease and then the other decrease. So the faster decrease is you have 2 stitches. You insert your hook into the first stitch, you yarn over and you pull through. And then you go into the second one, you insert, yarn over, pull through. So at the end you should have 3 loops on your hook. You go to yarn over and pull through all 3. And that's the faster way, and that means that you've decreased 1. So basically a decrease is putting 2 together to make 1. I'll do this one once more. Let me pull it a little bit closer to the camera so you guys can see a bit better. Okay. In the first one, yarn over, pull through. Second one, yarn over, pull through. 3 loops. Yarn over, pull through all 3. That's the easy way. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a harder way, but I find it easier because I've been doing it for so much longer. So as you can see, if you look at the top of a stitch, there are 2 pieces. There's that one, and then there's this back piece. We consider crocheting this is the front loop and the back loop. So we're going to go only through the front loop. We're going to put our hook through the front loop of the stitch, and we're not going to yarn over and pull through. No. We're just going to pull our hook to the first front loop of the next one. Then we're going to yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. See, and that one looks so much more similar to any others. I'll do that once more, so you guys can pick your way. If you still don't know how to do it, just rewind the video and you'll find it. Okay, put it like this so it's easier to see. Going to go through the first loop, and then second loop. Yarn over. Oops. Try that again. Just going to quickly do that because I do it much faster. Okay, so we've got 3, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to do single crochet, then decrease all the way around. Okay, round 27, we are going to single crochet 10 and then decrease 1. And we're going to do that all the way around. For round 28, we're going to single crochet 9 and then decrease. And I'm going to repeat that to the end of the round. Once again, we go single crochet 9 and then decrease to the end of the round. Okay, we've done round 28. On to round 29. For round 29, we need to single crochet 8 and then do a decrease. And we do this all the way around. For round 30, we are going to single crochet 7 and then do a decrease. Again, we are going to single crochet 7 and then decrease. Go do that all the way around. For round 31, probably you've guessed it already, we're going to single crochet 6 and then decrease. And after this, we'll be putting in the eyes, and I'll be telling you what round to do it, and then I think we'll be closing off the head. So once again, it's single crochet 6 and then decrease. Okay, we've done round 31, so now we're going to put in the eyes. If you're doing safety eyes, hopefully you know how to do them. If you don't, you can jump off this video and go have a look if you can how to use them. If not, I'm going to sew on my eyes because it's like my hand touch, so it's like unique. So if you guys are going to sew your eyes on, I'm just going to do everything on camera. So for those who are doing safety eyes, it's between around 17 to 18, approximately 13 stitches apart. I'm probably going to do 14, so it's roughly even for the nose. And then once you've done that, we're going to stuff in our beloved head. So let's get into it. First of all, you're going to need your needle and your eye colour. I like to use a lot of wool. It doesn't matter if you have a lot left over, because what you do with cut-offs is you can actually put them in a little bag as such. I know it's not the prettiest bag, but all of this is cut off, and I use this for stuffing as well. It works very well. So I first have to thread my needle, obviously, otherwise it won't work. And I like to make sure I have a lot of workspace, like all that is workspace. And then I take my beloved eye, and I need some pins. So I get 2-3 pins, depending. I like to position the nose as well, so I know where everything's going to be. Okay, So we're going to count till row 17. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 rows here. I mean, it's 17 to 18 is that. Usually on a larger scale head, I'll actually go one round up and then go to the bottom row. So then it's a bigger of an eye. And then we're going to do 13 stitches apart. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going 14. And same here, I'm going to do 2 rows. So I'm going 16 to 18 as such. And then approximately the nose would be in the middle. So that would be around about there. So I'll have a look if that's portioned correctly. If I like it there, otherwise I can move it around. But I do like it there, so I'm going to do it there. I remove the nose piece. I keep these here. I usually move this one a little lower so it doesn't pinch myself. And then I grab my needle. I usually work from the bottom up. So I will place my needle directly in row 18. And then pull it out. Leaving a tail. Because I will knot it so it doesn't unravel itself. Then I go in to the next, so 2 rows up for me, but if you want to do exactly to the pattern, you just go to that stitch there, but I'm going 2 rows up. And then remove the pin. You can just go out where you went in. And you roughly do this process till you find the eyes big enough. If you started and you're like, oh, my eye's not actually nice, like I might go bigger, you just move it up one. No one will notice that it's 2 different lumps. No one will know. So I'm going to do this, and then I'll catch you guys up when both eyes are done. So again, you just go in round from the bottom of round 18, pull your needle up and back into that same stitch, and you just keep going round till you find your desired puff. If you're doing the eyes, so the safety eyes, you just put in your eyes and find the size that works for you. And once we've done that, you go stuff it, and then we'll continue. Okay, so for those are my eyes. I found the head a bit more round, so I just squish it a bit and then put the stuffing that's falling out back in. The stuffing will go everywhere a bit, but that's normal. I've got a little bit sticking out because when I sew, it'll push everything nicely in and then be nice and comfy. For round 23, we are going to single crochet 5 and then do a decrease, and we're going to do that all the way around. Okay, next we have to single crochet 4 and then decrease. Once again, we go to single crochet 4 and then decrease. Okay, the next round we're going to single crochet 3 and then decrease. Again, we're going to single crochet 3 and then decrease. Now we're going to single crochet 2 and then decrease. Once again, we're going to single crochet 2 and then decrease. Okay, this is our second to last row. We're going to single crochet 1 and then do a decrease. Again, we're going to single crochet 1 and then decrease. All the way around. For the last row, we're going to decrease all the way around and then fasten off. Those who don't know how to fasten off, I'm going to slip stitch. How you slip stitch is you either go in the one or across, but I like to go across so it closes the hole perfectly, because you see you get this little hole. I like to go all the way to the other side. That's what I like to do. I'm going to yarn over, pull through my stitch or stitches, so you've got 2 loops. But you're going to use that same stitch, that same loop, to go through all. And then I just like to turn my work sometimes, but if you see the hole's closed enough, it's good. Then I like to just pull once more. Have a little hook loop. You're going to need a fair amount of yarn. Remember, leftovers can always be used as stuffing. And you just pull that like that for sewing. So today we finished making the cat's head with eyes. Tomorrow we'll either be making the accessories or the body and arms and legs. Okay, see you guys tomorrow. For round 4, we are going to single crochet 3, one, 2, 3. Then we are going to increase. Then we are going to single crochet 1 and then another increase. Now we're going to single crochet 3 and then we're going to increase, single crochet 1, increase, single crochet 3, increase, single crochet 1 and end on an increase. There we go. Now for round 5, we are basically doing exactly like round 3. So I'm going to only show it once and then I will meet you guys at the end. This time we're going to single crochet 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do 1 increase. Then we're going to do 2 single crochets. And then an increase. And we're going to do this all the way around. And for rounds 6 and 7, we are just going to single crochet 1 in each single crochet.
Just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love.
So that's row 7 and 8 done. Now we're going to take our stitch marker out, as such, and we're going to slip stitch, like that. And we're going to need a reasonable amount of string to sew the snout onto the body, such. Now, with the snout, you can see it's not a perfect round shape, but that's how it's supposed to be. And where this is, it needs to be facing up. So we'll be starting stitching that way. And if you see here, I've already marked on mine where it has to go. It has to go between rounds 15 to 25. So it should fit slightly in here. It's a little bit big, but we have to stuff it. And when we sew, we need to keep a little space for when we need to put in the details on the nose. But when you sew, it needs to keep its shape, so make sure it stays shaped. And when you stuff it as well, leave a little hole so you can get the stuffing inside. I will do all this and then get back. For the next piece, we're going to need some of our beloved black. I don't really know how much, so just more the merrier, because you'll just end up putting it back inside and tying it off. So you got to thread your needle, if it'll allow you to. So a reasonable amount of yarn, and you're going to go somewhere in the face. I usually prefer to go near the bottom. And we're going to go into the snout and into row 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I'm right in the exact spot. And you're going to pull that out. Make sure you have enough yarn to sew that back in. And we're just going to take that and put it down to the first and then just move it a stitch across. And we're just going to keep doing that for a few stitches. Just moving them one stitch across. If you see your yarn, your stuffing is coming out, that's alright. You can just either pull it out, push back in. I usually just pull mine out and then be fine. That's why I sometimes overstuff it a bit. And then you just go back one if you don't know how big your snout is. So I have a look, I'm gonna be like, yeah, it's big enough. So I'm gonna thicken mine up and then I'll be back. Once you have your snout to your desired bulkiness, I'm gonna do that last stitch. But instead of going back up, you're gonna take it and actually go down. You're gonna go try and get it in that exact same stitch as where you started. And then make it into a knot. I know there's a lot of string left, but you can always reuse it or just put it in your spare stuffing. That's why I don't really mind how much I use, because I know I'm just going to use more later on. Oops. And then you cut that. Alright, put that aside. You're going to take your needle and you're going to put like that. I know it looks weird. Then you want to take your the tails of the yarn, and you're going to put them both in, not one by one. You just put them both in, because otherwise you just do double the work. Just has to allow me to get it into the hook. That's usually the harder part. Especially when it keeps spinning. I'm just going to pause it and get back. Okay, it finally got through. So I'm going to pull the yarn so there is me tight. And then I'm just going to put this all the way to the other side. And then just pull it. Usually it'll come out on the other end like that, but that's alright. Because then like that. Just cut that at the stem, like that. And I usually just get my hook. Just push it back into the head. Such, and you don't see any black at the bottom nor at top, just in the snout area. Okay, now we are going to make the ears. I'm just going to quickly tidy up a little bit so my workspace is not so crowded. Okay, we're going to use the same brown that we used for our lovely cat's snout. I just have to find my end, so I just did. And we're going to make a magic ring or the chain 2 method. Either way works. And we're going to single crochet 6 into the magic ring. Once that's done, you're going to get your stitch marker, or stitch markers, depending on how many you're using for this. And you're going to start increasing each stitch. Sorry, I just had a mind blank for a minute. So you're going to go into that first stitch, and you're going to increase all the way around. For round 3, we are just going to single crochet all the way around. This is usually where we do increases, but this is the ear, so it's different to the snout and the head. So we're going to single crochet all the way around. For round 4, we're going going to do 1 single crochet and then an increase. Again, we're going to single crochet 1 and then increase all the way around. For round 5, we're going to single crochet all the way around. Once again, we're going to single crochet all the way around. For round 6, we are going to single crochet 2 stitches and then increase. So we're going to single crochet 2 and then increase. For round 7, we are just single crocheting all the way around once again. So again, we're going to single crochet all the way around once more. For round 8, we are going to single crochet 3 and then increase 1. So we're going to single crochet 3 and then increase. For round 9, we are going to single crochet in 1 stitch all the way around. So single crochet 9 in every stitch. For the last round, round 10, we are going to single crochet 4 and then increase. Again, we are going to single crochet 4 and with an increase all the way around. Now we are going to slip stitch and fasten off, leaving a tail for sewing. Go back to the beginning of the ear and watch it again, because I'm going to make the second ear off camera. I'll make the second ear off camera. Okay, we have finished the ears. For the ears, we're not just sticking them on like so. We don't stuff them, we actually squeeze them down. I like to make sure the bridge is really pointed and then squeeze and twist it for a bit so then it stays in that shape. We do the same for the other ear. Like such. So we have 2 pointed ears. And now with the cat, we have to put the ears on the body. Only thing is, we don't go through 1 and then a stitch. We have to go through 2 stitches and then the head. It's more complicated, so it might take you a few tries to get it correct, but once you do, it will look cute. I think I have something similar. Let me see if I can go find it. Yeah, I found it. So these types of ears will look something like this on a finished project. It's nicely sewn inside, so you've got to go inwards, and then around the back it goes outwards. And then you can, as for this little guy, I can just shape the ears a bit so it looks a bit different. But when you put it on, you've got to pinch them like so. So then you can sew inwards and outwards, and you get this like cute little ear. So we've got to do that on our beloved cat. And for that, it needs to go in between round 7 and 19, roughly 7 stitches apart in the lower side of the ear and eye. So it needs to be somewhere around here. Not on top, because then you get a dog. We need it more to the side. I'm going to put it in so I can like play around with it a bit, and then I'll get back to the video. roughly how it should look like while it's pinned into the head. I did make a mistake saying it has to be 7 stitches apart. It says to have 7 stitches back from the eyes, but I didn't do that, obviously. Like, this side's closer than this side. So I will move them around a bit and see how it will turn out. I'm probably going to make it 7 stitches away from the eyes. And then once I've done that, this is like sort of how it's supposed to look while it's pinned in. There will be a few pins, so you just got to be very careful to not poke yourself. Just finished the first ear. I did place it slightly lower than the eye, but how I did this, you're supposed to do it on the other side. So if you saw like the fast motion, that was actually longer than I thought it was going to be. You just go in through one side, under, back through. It takes a little while, but once you're there, it's very sturdy. Like, you can just grab it by its ear and just drag it around. You can shape the ear if it's on, like you can curl it a bit more, make it a bit funny. And if you want your ear to look different besides mine, because I'm going to leave mine like this. If you want your ear different, you can, say, for example, bend it and just use the same thing, like this, and then just get a pin it in, and just go from the back to the first loop and just sew it like that so that you'll stay like that. Or you can make it pin forward a little bit, backwards. You can do whatever you want, but I'm going to keep my ear like this. I'm going to do the other side, and then I'll come back. And there you guys have it. We have done her ears, her snout, and head, all in the span of 3 days. This is part 1 of, I think, part 2 or 3 video. Hopefully this helps you with your beloved cat. Remember, you can add your own quirky details if you want, but I'm going to keep my lovely cat exactly how she is. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.